pick it up, he's gonna throw it up at the horn, and it goes! It goes, baby! A three-pointer! The Dogs have won it!
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. This is where the Dogs play.
Shakes and bakes, drives, high kiss off the glass, blocked at the rim. Oh, nasty block.
You got to be at your very best every night.
Driving one-handed, pulls up for a three at the horn. Oh, yeah! And a two-handed monster dunk down the lane. Alley-oop, oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Now to courtside along with Chuck Dowdle. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
And hi again, everyone, and welcome to another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. Today from the Cayman Islands Classic on Grand Cayman Island. Georgia will play the Redbirds of Illinois State here in their opener. We are inside the John Gray Gymnasium for this three-day tournament, and this will be the first matchup ever between the Bulldogs and the Illinois State Redbirds. Both teams 2-1 coming into this pre-Thanksgiving holiday event. So here we go, game one for the Bulldogs. Georgia will play either Clemson or Akron tomorrow, depending on the outcome of our game this afternoon. And those two teams are finishing up as we speak. Less than 10 seconds to go in the game between Clemson and Akron, which is the opener of this three-day event here in the Cayman Islands. Our courtside show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. We'll return to the Grand Cayman Island Classic right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Sophomore from Norcross Claxton is a 6'11 sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina. Derek Ogbede, 6'9", 250, a senior from Atlanta. Illinois State will go with Zach Copeland, a 6'4" guard. Keyshawn Evans, a 6-foot guard. Phil Fain is a 6'9" senior forward. William Tinsley is a 6'6" senior forward. And Malik Yarbrough, also a forward. He is a 6'6" senior from Zion, Illinois. All right, now it's time for our keys to the game, presented by Ford. Elevate your game with a new F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Chuck's got our keys.
All right, Scott, first thing we want to do is we want to play fast, but we got to keep those turnovers coming down. We started our first three games averaging better than 20 turnovers, but what improvement last Friday night in the win over Sam Houston State. Cut it down to 11 and only had 4 in the second half. We got to keep that trend going. Secondly, we got to create our own energy. This is a small venue, probably fewer than I think easily.
We got some fans over there too.
Well, yeah, they'll be going back to class here momentarily, just like a lot did. Fewer than 1,000 in the house. So look, that's going to be a challenge. You got to create your own energy, and I think the Dogs are perfectly capable of doing that. And finally, look, the Redbirds have a thin bench. So we have a huge advantage there. Dogs with a huge advantage with a bench, so let's use it.
Georgia huddling up right now, going with the red uniforms today. Red tops, red bottoms, a little bit of black and white trim, white numbers. Illinois State down to our right, the exact same color as the Georgia Bulldogs. They will wear the gray uniforms today with red and black trim as the starting lineups are being announced here in the John Gray Gymnasium. First game was pretty active. Clemson defeating Akron by 3, 72-69, when it all came down to the final as Akron was back and forth. They never really able to get the lead from Clemson in that second half, but they kept pushing them.
They had a 1-point lead for about that long in the first half, and then Clemson was in control of the game throughout.
Yes.
However, give Akron credit. Boy, they put on a shooting display down the stretch. Their little guard, Jackson, boy, he was just filling it up with, it looked like he reminds you of a J.J. Frazier, of a poor man's J.J. Frazier. But he was doing the job today, and he got them back, and they finished up losing only by 3. So the game really wasn't as close as that final score indicates, but still, give Akron credit for making a run there at the end, but give Clemson credit for winning it.
All right, two of our officials we know from regular visits to Athens, Tony Green and Ron Groover. And I wasn't given the name of the third official today, but
he's there.
Familiar faces for the most part. Nicholas Claxton will jump in center circle. I'm sure he jumped against his dad a time or two growing up. And it'll be Phil Fain, 6'9" senior for Illinois State. Today's tip brought to you by Northside Hospital, Atlanta. as we almost get underway here in game number 2. Here's the toss and the tip. It's whacked into the backcourt right by Illinois State. So the Redbirds with the ball for the first possession of the ball game, and we are underway here in the Cayman Islands Classic. Yarborough dribble and drive by Hammonds. Driving layup down the right edge of the lane is good for the first points of the contest.
You got to be at his left shoulder. You can't let him drive that way. He's a predominantly right-handed player.
Yarbrough, 6'6", fifth-year senior transfer from St. Louis. We just saw his ability to take our guys to the basket. Claxton's going to pull up. Right elbow jumper, no good. Gets his own miss. Feeds it back to Hammonds. Top of the key three. It rolls in there good. Let's check the whistle and a foul on Illinois State, and the basket should count.
Yeah, Tony Green's telling the bucket's good.
It took some explaining because they had to talk to both benches and the scores table. And how thrilling was that? They actually told radio what was going on. Well, Derek Ogbede hits the free throw.
And I got to tell you, Derek's free throw shooting, you've noticed and made point of, has improved dramatically.
Yeah, he's 9 of 11 this season.
And I was talking to Coach Crean about it, and he said, we simply moved him on the foul line. They moved him over because the way he was lining up with, as he refers to the nail.
Illinois State. So Georgia gets another possession, leading it 5-2. And a chance to add to it. Fagan's got the ball on the dribble. He's guarded tightly by Keyshawn Evans. Now Claxton has it. Dribbles left wing on the far side of the floor. Fakes. Throws it to Ogbede. High post, left side. Spins into the paint. Puts it up. Back iron and down through good.
I'll tell you what, when Derek gets that kind of a little soft touch going, how about that's a pretty good possession.
Yeah,
7
points. Wow. That was huge. 7-2 Dogs. Redbirds catch, shoot three, right side, side iron, no good. Turtle Jackson into the front court. On the dribble, now behind a screen from Clax, settles in on the right side. Turtle with a left-hand dribble, now the right, looks into the corner, goes to Hammonds. They feed it into Ogbede, 15 on the clock. Derek trying to find some space, turn around, jump hook on the baseline, won't go, fight for the rebound. On the floor, picked up by Fagan, little floater from the left edge of the lane by Fagan.
Beautiful play, the heads-up play. Ty Fagan looking down, picked up the loose ball, and I mean in a second, got that ball back up and in.
9-2 Dogs from Jefferson won't go. Rebound chased down by the Dogs. Claxton got the loose ball. Big Clax into the front court, left to right. Finds Hammonds open right baseline, catches, turns around, knocks down a 16-footer good. Timeout Illinois State. Dogs have a double-digit lead.
I gotta tell you, Rashawn Hammonds off to a great start, but he's getting a lot of help. And so inclined.
He threw that ball high in the air too. That was designed for Fain to go up and get it and put it up and in. Didn't happen. They turned it over. 13-2 Dogs with the ball and the lead. Hammonds top of the key. Jab step, drives right, dribbles, spins down the lane, splits the defense. They block his shot, gets it back, goes back up from the left side, hooked up and in. Count the basket and a foul. Hammonds playing hard around the bucket today. 9 points already for Rashawn Hammonds, and he's going to the free throw line.
Well, he just stayed after that. I mean, he probably got fouled truthfully going up on the first shot, but when it missed, I mean, he went right back up hard, grabbed it, went back up again, got that foul, and then that time the basket dropped for him. So he's got a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Third, shame on you, right? Here's Yarbrough working against Ogbede, drives the big man, puts it up high off the right edge of the glass, and it angles in. Yarbrough with a good.
You won't see him come to this side of the glass. You'll see him go to that side.
16-4.
Wants to go with that right hand.
14:53 to go, first half. Georgia by 12 with the basketball. Jackson between the circles. Dribbles with the left hand, moves to his left, passes to the right to Big Derek. Ogbede, hand off to Fagan. 10 on the shot clock. Fagan, 30 feet from the basket. Over to Wilridge, back to Ty. Head fake and a drive. Another head fake. Ducks under. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Claxton's got it now. He attacks. Open in down the lane.
Wow, what a move. That was like a guard move. Huh?
Well, he can play guard.
Boy, he can. It's 6-11.
18-4. Dogs used all the clock and made it pay. The shot clock says 24. And now they reset the shot clock to 27 seconds. Georgia will inbound at half court. Crump into Fagan. Ty to Crump, right wing. Back over to Fagan on the left side of the floor. Overhead pass to Crump. Puts it on the floor once. And they feed it into Wilridge inside. Quick shovel into Ingramese. He powers it into the basket and lays it up good.
I tell you what, that young freshman continues to get better and better.
Georgia wanted to attack today, Chuck, and they're doing a good job of that inside just about every possession. 21-7. His body, no foul. Now dribbles a little bit, footwork, sets, and shoots a three. Won't go. Rebound, Wilridge for the Dogs. One-handed outlet to Claxton. Big Clax takes it into the floor. Drives by his man after a nice fake. Goes into the corner for a right corner three. Was that Ingramese?
Yeah.
Wow. I couldn't see him down there.
5 quick points.
Amanze with a big three. Did they call time? Hightower lobs it in deep to Crump. Makes the catch. Left-hand dribble between the circles. Guarded by Evans. They go to Wilridge. Quick no-look inside to Ogbede. Throws up. Doesn't touch iron. There's Hammonds for the rebound. And he doesn't touch iron either because he put it right through the bucket. All net. That's 12 points for Rayshon. Attack, Yarbrough. We took it away. Ogbede took it away down the lane. We go back the other way. Crump with a bounce pass to his left. No look, and a drive and a layup. Good. Hammonds. Oh, the Dogs are a well-oiled machine. 28-7. 14 for Hammonds in the half. My goodness. 10:40 still to go in half number 1. 11. They finally get into double figures with 10 minutes to go in the half. Dogs lead is 17 points. And we've got the ball. Hightower on the left wing. One-hand pass to Turtle. Going to catch, shoot three. Ball good. Turtle with a three right of the circle.
That was a pretty shot, too. I mean, Turtle lined his body up. Turtle has a tendency sometimes to get that right foot out in front, but
ball knocked out of bounds.
That's Georgia's ball.
Hightower, it went off Evans. Hightower with the strip. It rolled off Evans. They turned it over. That Turtle three, by the way, his first basket of the game.
And John had Turtle for dinner.
How was it?
I didn't have it, but John said it was tasty, like chicken.
And lizard. Jackson with the ball for the Dogs. Georgia 31, Illinois State 11. A 20-point Dog lead, and we've got the ball with 6 on the clock. Hammonds, long two, left side. Good! Rayshon smoking hot today. 16 points in the half for the sophomore from Norcross. It's 33-11, Georgia. 9:09 to go in the first half here in Grand Cayman Island.
They're two best players, Scott, by far, and neither one on the floor right now.
Santa Claus across the way at the courtside seats and for Illinois State not having much to ho-ho-ho about here in the first half. You said he was on y'all's flight down?
Yeah, he was on our flight down. Several people wanted their picture made with him.
Oh, Fagan, beautiful backdoor feed from the left baseline from Hammonds. The lay-in good for the freshman.
And what you're starting to see are the Dogs understanding each other on the floor.
Well, I'll say 35-13, Chuck. I don't know if we expected this in the opening half. Georgia inside the half-court line to our right with the ball, leading 37-15. 5:47 to go here in the first half. Cayman Islands Classic, game number 2 of the day. Clemson beat Akron in the opener. If we win, we get Clemson tomorrow. Big Clax, turn around in the lane. Jumper good, but check the call. Foul, count the bucket. Fouls on Illinois State. And Big Clax is going to go to the line. Back to the Dogs. Crump wide open in the front court. From beyond the arc, didn't take the shot. Fagan has it now for Georgia on left wing. Freshman from Thomaston, Georgia. Slow dribble, drives across, a screen from Hammonds. Kills the dribble, right wing. Overhead pass to Crump, 11 to shoot. Claxton above the arc, left side. Fakes an interior pass. Clax shoves it into Harris. Jordan shoots in the circle. Good! 16, 17-footer by Jordan Harris for his first points.
Nice little soft left-handed touch. That was beautiful.
Beat the clock as well, 41-21. Pass from Claxton in the corner over here all the way to half court on a line drive.
How about Claxton picking that guy's pocket in the corner?
Very nice by Nick. Dogs inbound, 25 on the shot clock. Claxton, left baseline, he's working against Yarbrough, bumps, then they double him with Gassman. Dribbles it out on the wing. Now he hesitates, drives, spin move down the lane, throws it up, forced it up with a left hand short. Got the rebound, goes in for the slam. That's the way to finish, Big Clax. 43-21. We feel the reverberations at half court.
Wow, is that basket okay? Check that thing out.
My goodness, that was nice. Left side, through the lane, throws it up from the right side, off the glass, and no iron. Rebound to the Dogs. Crump with the ball. Soft lob into the corner to Harris. Whips it up the left wing to Crump. 90 seconds to go. Dogs with the ball, 43-23 lead. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Fagan, left-hand dribble, now the right. Drives across behind a screen from Evans, or rather Hammond on the right side. We give it to Hammond inside, laid up from the left side. That pass came from Crump, top of the key, and went down to Rayshawn on the left edge of the lane, and he laid it up at close range. Hammonds has got 18 in the first half. A couple seconds or so. Yeah, he's in some pain. Wow. It's going to be the Dogs' ball. 19-point Georgia lead. Rayshawn Hammonds is standing in one place, and Tony Green's motioning. It's like, you got to come over here in the corner. Come over here in the corner. And he was just looking at him, and finally Tony's like, look, you got to come over here and inbound in the corner. So he finally moved. Dogs enter the ball in front court. Fagan far side of the floor, near side to Jackson. Turtle dribble and drive. They cut off the baseline with Fain. 13 to shoot. Hammonds has got the ball now. Dribble through the legs, going to pull up for a two. That's no good. Claxton with a big rebound. Oh, gosh. Holy smokes, Claxton went up. Points, he's their only player double figures. Fain dribbles inside the half-court line. Handoff to Crump. To Claxton, through the lane, layup, left hand, good off the glass. They can't stop Charles Claxton.
Well, you don't see many 6'11 guys at Hammond.
Fade away three, left side, won't go. Rebound. Hammonds on the left baseline for the Dogs. Rayshawn brings it up the floor, hands it off to Fagan. Behind the back dribble, drive down the lane, layup, good, beautiful, rolled it in over the iron.
He abused him. Just abused Jefferson. And you can't differentiate colors.
I'm 3 for 3. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Here's Clax. Oh, spin move right of the lane. Soft 8-footer, good. A rainbow shot.
Just take the game over, Nicholas.
Clax, defensive man to get set on him. He just spin move, soft baseline jumper from the right side.
And that chant of "Let's go Redbirds" is quieted.
Long three by Evans won't go. We go to the floor to get the rebound. Picked up by Wilridge. Hammonds, Fagan, and Hightower. Back to Hammonds for a dunk down the lane. We ran the floor with three guys. They all touched it. Hammonds finished it with a dunk. 63-40. Dogs by 23. Claxton in the backcourt. Clax with the ball in his hands in the backcourt. Bounces it into the front side to Hammonds. And the Dogs will set up their half-court offense here. Fagan and Wilridge.
What a luxury to have a 6'11 guy that can handle the basketball in the backcourt against a full court press.
Hammond's going to score on the block left side. Illinois State almost got a steal. Dogs able to maintain the possession, and Hammonds finishes it with his 24th points of the day. 11:35 to go. 65-42. Georgia by 23 points. With the ball, Hammonds has it. Slow right-hand dribble high on the left wing. Now Fagan comes to retrieve the ball. Now he dribbles. Go to Wilridge out front between the circles to Claxton above the right elbow. Going to put it on the floor across the foul line. He dribbles. Fakes the handoff. Still dribbling. The left edge of the lane trying to back his man down. Steps into the paint. Oh, jump hook. Beautiful move. Big Nicholas Claxton.
If you're going to let him back down that low, he's going to do that all day.
16-point lead. Here come the Redbirds again. Evans drives and lays it up.
We got guys running by guys now. We just quit playing defense entirely.
All right, Redbirds making another push. We'll see if the Dogs can withstand it. Ingumeze above the right elbow, back to the basket, goes to Crump. They double him on a defensive switch. Drives down the lane, scoops it to Hammonds, drops it, then picks it up and scores. Count the basket, and he's fouled. The pass bounced off his body around his stomach area. It was a little bit low for him. And then he had to pick it up, and then he scored anyway. She was way out there. Williams Tinsley. That's a poor decision to make that shot. Claxton will shoot a three from the left wing. It's good. That was a good decision. Woo. Big Clax with a Scana Energy three-pointer.
That early in the shot clock, that was a definite no, oh yeah.
Illinois State taps the ball. It's rolling on the floor. They go to the floor. They come up with a steal. Evans has the basketball. To Yarbrough. Drives. Finger roll. Good. Down the lane. Pressure by Illinois State. It's a 12-point Georgia lead, 75-63. Dogs beat the pressure into the front court with Fagan. No look, bounce pass left to Hammonds, lay in good. Rayshawn with the bucket and Fagan with the assist.
Well, they were pressing and Georgia beat it beautifully.
31 for Hammonds today. Bridge and Fagan, Toppin, Sargunas, and Jackson. Now the clock picks up. Minute to go, 80-66, Dogs by 14. Fagan dribbles slowly inside the half-court line. Looks down low. Overhead pass Sargunas, high left wing. Go to Toppin on a bounce pass, left corner. He travels. He hesitated, stuttered his feet, a little bit as he approached the basket from the left baseline, and he turns it over with 44.8 seconds to go. Redbirds get it into the front court quickly. Copeland, off balance three, nicks the iron, no good. Rebound, rolls picked up by Illinois State. Left corner three, off the rim again, and Chastain with a follow and a dunk. Matt Chastain gets in the scorebook with his first basket of the game. Less than 30 seconds to go. 80-68, Georgia out front by 12, 20 seconds to go, 19 seconds, about a half-second difference, shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, but it's the opposite way. It's the shot clock has more time on it than the game clock.
Fagan holds it. Dogs running one final play here. Woolridge over to Turtle, step back three is no good, and that's the end of the ball game. 80-68 is our final. Georgia is a winner in impressive fashion.
Boy, no doubt.
Never really threatened. The lead never got into single digits after it got over 10 today, and it got over 10 in a hurry in the first half.
It got over 10 in a hurry, then it jumped up into the 20s. They made a run, cut it to 13, but that's when the game really was decided, when it got to 13, because the Dogs then pushed it back out to 23. And when you did that, that put them away. At that point, it was a matter of just staying focused and finishing the job at hand. And the job at hand was to get this opening win in the Cayman Classics here, and now stay in the winners bracket, and you'll face a very tough Clemson team tomorrow at 1:30.
Yeah, top 25 Clemson team. They're ranked in the national rankings, and Georgia will pair up with Clemson for the first time in a couple of years. We opened the renovated Little John Coliseum 2 seasons ago, game number 1 of the year that season, and this will be the first time these two teams have played since that game in Clemson, South Carolina. We'll meet on this neutral floor tomorrow. It'll be the same time, 1:30.
Dogs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to win the SEC tournament.